Hello! I want to show you this uke. This uke is brand new to me. The name of the company that made this ukulele is Compass Rose. It is a tenor ukulele, and this one specifically is made out of mahogany. I think it's called a flamed mahogany, and it's very, very nice. One of the things about this ukulele is, if you can see, there's a little space between this part of the fretboard and the body. And the reason why it was designed that way was to let the underneath part, the top, because of that space, vibrate a little bit more. And the makers seem to think that by doing that, it provides the ukulele much better sound. But what I wanted to talk today about is practice. If we just combine our left-hand technique with the right-hand technique and throw in the wonderful progressions that composers used to do their songs, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything will come out sounding wonderfully. So one of the things that we do in order to create balance in our music is to make sure that we utilize very good practice techniques. So let's talk about practice just for a little bit. I think you should limit your practice to 15 or 20 minutes at a time. I don't think that practice needs to be every day. It doesn't need to be every other day. It doesn't need to be anything. The practice that you do should be consistent and play whenever you want to. The reason why I think practices should be limited to 15 to 20 minutes is, if we choose to go beyond that, it's because we want to, as opposed to feeling that, oh my God, I didn't practice for the last 2 or 3 days, and today I just have to hit it hard for an hour or two. Whenever you feel like you have to do anything, don't, because it's the wrong attitude. What I would do in your practice sessions is to break them down into 3 basic areas. The first thing I would do is to take a look at the song that you're working on, especially if it's a new song, and become familiar with the progressions. The reason why you want to become familiar with the progressions is that's what the composer used in order to identify his specific song. So the next thing you do after identifying those progressions is to go to the left hand and make sure that your left hand knows how to hold those chords. If yes, fine. If no, then take the time to learn how to hold those chords. The next thing to do is consider your right hand participation in the song that you're doing. Generally, what I would recommend you do when you practice right hand technique is to put the ukulele down. And the reason for that is, I think it is very, very important, especially when we're starting to pay more attention to right hand technique, is to put the ukulele down so that there's not a part of our brain still trying to think about the left hand and what it's doing. And the reason also for putting that ukulele down is to take and address things like rhythm, for example, and do some exercises that'll help take something like rhythm and make that rhythm come from inside of us rather than from an external source, because rhythm just doesn't work that way. So again, what I would do is break down your practice into 4 different areas. One is progressions, the other is left-hand technique, and then right-hand technique, and that 4th category is extremely important. What I would do in that 4th category is to do anything for you that is really, really fun. Break whatever rule you want, play however you want, but have fun. Thank you. See you next time.